Hello and welcome to Global News for Entrepreneurs. And guess what? We're back. Yay, it's so good to be back. I should have the crowd in the background going. Took a little break on things for a short while, but I am back and back in action. My name is Kolbe and welcome to the Global News for Entrepreneurs. It's great to have you with us on the show for today. It seems like I shared my entire screen at the beginning of this. I was just trying to share the audio only, but anyway, these things happen. Anyway, great to have you with us. If you are tuning in live right now, please go onto the chat on the live chat on the side and give a shout out. I would love to chat with you live during the show. So this is episode number 20, and it's a whole new beginning. It's a revamp of the show. I'm going to be doing things a little bit more differently, a little bit more with a bit more entertainment and something more here for you. So coming up on the show, what we're going to be doing, as usual, the same thing, a little bit of some fun news. So we're going to cover a few things about Explore Protech and the tribe and what's new, then some marketing trends, and then what we're going to do is we are going to be doing a weekly interview with an entrepreneur, highlighting them and giving their chance to be in the spotlight. So if you would like to be interviewed on the show, then give me a shout, comment down below. My contact details are down below. Get in touch with me and set up that interview. Love to have a conversation with you. Love to get to know you just that little bit better. So yeah, log in and contact us. And as I said, go into the chat and I'll do shout outs if you drop any messages there for me. Anyway, so things that are coming up, a very, very, very big event that you don't want to miss out. It's our Global Online Speed Networking happening on the 29th of March, 2022. And it's going to be a little bit later than it normally is because we have a huge network from Canada joining us for the event. So it's going to be taking place from 7 to 9 p.m. GMT+2. And we have teamed up with Grand Connection in Canada, as I mentioned, and it's going to be a huge networking event on the next level. We call it like a mixer. And the theme's going to be very much, it's actually that day, the 29th of March, is Pay It Forward Day. So we got some nice things lined up. We're going to be doing quite a lot of interesting, fun things. And it's a great opportunity for you to get to know and network and connect with entrepreneurs from around the world as we try and save the global economy one small business at a time. Yeah, we need that a lot right now. Things are a little bit rough. So yes, go register. The link is down below. Global Online Speed Networking, a massive mixer with entrepreneurs around the world. 29th of March, 7 to 9 p.m. GMT+2. And to be there, you have to register. So as I said, go click on that link down below. Right, then, just putting it out there, I've got space here, and the show could be sponsored. So if you're a business wanting to connect with entrepreneurs and share news about yourself and great content and giving back to entrepreneurs, then hit me up. Give me a shout. I'd love to have a sponsor on the show. And subscribe. What are you watching? Just go click on all the buttons. I don't know where it is right now, but go and subscribe and also click on the little bell so that it rings your bell every time we do something on our channel. Our channel is loaded with some amazing content. I'll be sharing those, some of the latest videos that we've uploaded, and we've revamped our YouTube channel as well. So from this week, we are posting content all the time, and it's valuable, like insight, it's entertainment, it's everything that you need as an entrepreneur to keep you going. So go and subscribe, and click on the bell, because when we get to 1,000 subscribers, I will be doing this show live and be waxed at the same time. We're going to challenge me to see if I'm able to do a show and be waxed at the same time. So that could be interesting. So there's a reason. Go and subscribe. Right, this is where I have a bit of fun, and we have a little bit of fun and a laugh together. It is time for some fun news. And in the news at the moment, we're going to start off with Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg. And basically, it's the Metaverse. Now, the Metaverse is this new concept that they've created. They've created a business called Meta, which Facebook and Instagram and all of their properties fall under. And I tell you what, I'm doing a lot of research on what the Metaverse actually is, but it's basically a virtual reality, real-time connection between real life and digital. It's going to, by the looks of things, take the world by storm. It's going to be the next big thing. And so you'll need to know about it. But the point I'm bringing it up for today is that people are having a look at it and debating it and stuff, but they're saying it's reasonable to think that it isn't a place. So the metaverse, like the place that you go into to participate in, but it's going to be a point in time. It's really just going next level, and lots of people already live their lives in the digital world. It's just not in virtual reality yet. I mean, we live in a digital world. I'm on Zoom recording a live video for YouTube, and social media is there, and all of those things. All our businesses also at least got some element of digital. So it's really just an evolutionary step to the next one, including incorporating virtual reality. And it's going to happen when, and this is scary, right? It's going to happen to a point that for people to get their work done, then they have to be a part of the metaverse. So this will happen when the metaverse becomes more vital for people to get their work done, and it's much more widely adopted. It's going to become sort of like daily life, and it's crazy to get your work done being part of this metaverse. It's coming. Think of it like this: when Facebook and MySpace and all of those came out, it was a crazy concept, this thing, and you were there, and it was just for fun and community and things. But a lot of people can't do their work without Facebook and social media because it's become so widely adopted. It's crazy. And there's going to be a blur like never before between what's real and what's digital, and it's going to have huge implications for society. But I did have a thought around this, and I always try and find the positive around something. So if we're going to be creating this like world of virtual reality and things like that, and this metaverse, wouldn't it be possible, I'm just putting it out there, wouldn't it be possible, instead of us fighting wars with real people and real people getting hurt and dying and all the implications that come with it, why don't we just create like a real world in this metaverse where, say, there's two countries having a fight, they do it in the metaverse instead of in real life, and then, you know, the agreement is as well, who loses then has to, in real terms, in real life, lose as well, or whatever the case may be in the outcomes of the actual. So it's taking like war games to a different level and changing war as we know it as a world into a digital metaverse where it happens, and then you can, I don't know, work it out, just the costs of your supplies and logistics and all of the things that go with it. But how cool would that be if you could change the world to going from real world war into the metaverse? It's just a thought, an idea I had there. So you can use it or don't. Then other news, and we can't, I mean, war and all of those things in Ukraine and Russia, we can't do a global news without actually covering it. But this was something I thought was quite cool. I don't know if you've seen it, but we always follow about Elon Musk and the Starling, which is basically internet supply from satellites in space that Elon Musk has put up there as part of the Starling program. And it's going to be rolling out internet access around the world. And obviously it makes more rural areas and things like that, internet more accessible because you're not paying cables and all of those things. So Ukrainian government actually tweeted the SpaceX founder Elon Musk on Saturday asking for some Starlink terminals. And he actually personally responded a few hours later saying that the Starlink internet is now active in the Ukraine and sending terminals through to the Ukraine. So that's something that he's doing. And this is how, like, even private business is going to affect wars and how things are done politically moving forward, because their internet infrastructure is being damaged through everything that's happening. They need internet. He's supplying it through Starlink and sending these terminals. So in a way, he's having an effect on the war itself. It's crazy how this is all working out, and these big companies can actually be more involved in different ways than we ever thought before. And again, it brings across my point. Why don't we just move it all digital so we can like pew pew digitally and not have to do it in real life? I really think I'm onto something there. I know somebody, I don't know, listens to. And then this one I thought was quite funny and ironic. So Apple, long story short, in the US, the Apple stores, the staff are not happy with their wages keeping up with inflation. And so the next step for them is to go into unionization. So that means that they join a union and the union fights for their rights and all of those things in big companies. try not to let them do that and stop them because there's implications and costs and all of those things. So the Apple Store staff have been using Android phones to organize their unionization because they're worried that they'd get picked up if they used Apple devices and somebody could be listening in and checking in on them. So they've actually just moved over to the competitor, which is Android, to arrange things, which I think is actually quite funny. And how, I don't know, it's another business concept where your competitor's product could be used against you by your own staff if you don't look after them, if that makes sense. And yeah, they just use the Android phones to avoid being detected by Apple and stopped. So there you go. Interesting news. Okay, so a couple of things I want to share with you, some YouTube videos to go check out that we recently just uploaded, and there's great content and things for you to learn from there. There's the coffee shop show from this last Monday, Entrepreneurship 101, Learn or Pay Someone Else. It was a really, really good show, some amazing advice from pretty much amazing entrepreneurs, very highly skilled people, helping you with that concept of, well, where do you draw the line if I have to learn something new to use it in my business or pay somebody else to do it, and save yourself the time. So a really, really good show worth watching, and go check it out. The link is down below. We've also just uploaded, it was on Wednesday, the Creating Business Success One Step at a Time with Christine Campbell-Rappin, and it's all about success starts with understanding your why, which is so important. You've got to understand your why, and it makes a huge difference, impact. It's in my short video. Christine is a powerhouse from Canada, so you want to go check out that video. The link is down below as well. And we also did Natalie Clack's Natural Self-Help Tools for the Busy Entrepreneur, and that one, it's an interesting, very, very interesting interview with Leslie Marsh from Scotland, and sharing some really cool tips and tricks and tools for you as a busy entrepreneur to cope and keep going and grow. And I think we all need that at the moment more than anything else. Also down below is some links for you to go check out. You can go check out the Explore Protech shop. There's Explore Van event happening on the 20. I've got it wrong now. In March, I think it's the 20th of March, but the link's down below, and that's a network for virtual assistants around the world. They're growing and building the industry together and helping each other, support each other with training and tips and general support and referrals and business and all of those things. So great, great events to be a part of. So the link to register for that is down. If you're a virtual assistant or you know of one, go and click on that to go register, as well as the Global Online Speed Networking that I had mentioned, 29th of March. The big one, it's a mixer with another huge business network out of Canada, and it's going to be a huge, huge event. Great opportunity to meet and connect with dynamic entrepreneurs from around the world. There's also the link for the shop down below. And then, just for wrapping up the show, nice and quick, let's just check if anybody's dropped us messages on the chat. Doesn't appear through. Otherwise, my system has paused, which is also a possibility. But anyway, we carry on. Marketing trends for this week. So what we're going to do is every week we'll do an interview with a dynamic, brilliant entrepreneur. And as I said, if you want to be interviewed on this show, then my details are down below. Get in contact and I'll set up that interview so we can highlight you on the show. And then what we'll do is cover trends and tips around that person's business or industry to share with you, so you've got some content to learn. So I thought for the first one on the revamp show, I'm going to do some marketing ones for you. And I only picked 3 because I do tend to make things too long and overdo it. So there's only 3 for today, and these are the 3 big ones that you need to do. So the first one is, like I mentioned, the metaverse is coming. So you're going to have to learn it, work it out, and be an early adopter. And I recommend you be an early adopter because the thing is, like, how do I explain this? Okay, look at the evolution of Facebook. You know, right in the beginning, it was quite easy to get yourself out there, for people to see you, especially as it had that huge boom growth. And then with time, it's developed with algorithms, and it's now more complicated and harder to reach a bigger audience. So if you learn it early and get yourself ready, I mean, even as a small business, there should be and will be ways that you can make use of it. And be those early adopters, you can be ahead of everybody else as that one's coming. I'm just sharing the trend and the tip with you. The metaverse looks like it's coming, looks like it's going to be huge. This Friday on the coffee shop show with Ginny Lingenfelder, we're going to be covering it a little bit more because I did promise on the next show I'll give like a whole big thing about what the metaverse is. But go find out about it, go learn it, and make sure that you're ready to be an early adopter and get those, that visibility ahead of everybody else. The next one, it's a big one. It's not going anywhere and it's going to stay like this for a while, is short DIY videos. So basically short format videos, you're looking at about 2 minutes, mostly max if you have to, up to 5 minutes, depending on the platform you're using, like YouTube Shorts or TikTok or Instagram, whatever the case may be. Get a marketing consultant to help you choose which is the right channel for you. But the concept still remains the same. Short, impactful videos that is do-it-yourself, teaching people how to do things for themselves. And any business can make use of this. Any product, business, or service can make use of this. And how you approach it is you go and say, okay, I do X. Then you create a short video teaching people how to do your service or something for free, which is like a teaser and a move boosh to get them to know you, to understand what it is that you do. It will help them trust you. And then from there, you can upsell to something bigger. So you create the short format videos, share that information for free, great content for people. They will get to know you, trust you, like you, and then they will do a purchase from there. So you create that sales funnel where not only are you just creating really great short videos, but put the whole thing together in that ecosystem of, this is where I posted, it's the right place, it's going to get the visibility, and it has the intention to get people's attention, get them to know you, like you, and trust you. And then from there, you'll clear call to actions for your upsell or your final sale that comes through. So create like a bit of a sales funnel around that. Not very hard to do, but I'm just giving you a heads up. And then this one is very true at the moment. I expect this trend to stay around for a while. It's been here for a bit, but it is here to stay. And that's all about tell a real story. So for that, you just got to find a way to tell your authentic story to your target market so that they can connect with you. And it's gone of the days of the big advertising. That's not all. If you call now, people and consumers and clients and leads and those, everybody is not interested in that. They want that clear, great, authentic story connection that they can do with you so that they can trust you and know that their values also fit in with yours as a company or a business, and then they'll more likely do their purchase. So you've got to really work very clearly on how to get your story right. Things like getting to know your why is a good place to start. So again, go check out Christine's video that I mentioned. The link is down below. But you can go and learn yourself. There's YouTube videos about it. You can search for it. I can assist you with that, or I can even refer you to somebody to help you with that. But the trick is, and this is where this all ties together, all three trends, is you got to tell your real authentic story in a very short space and time and format, and in a digital universe that is coming. That's what it all wraps up into. So yeah, start learning, start getting that right. If you don't know if you should pay somebody else or do it yourself and learn yourself, there's also a link for a video on that down in the description for the last coffee shop show. There's some great advice on where to work out and measure when that line comes. But yeah, those 3 for this week. It's the metaverse is coming, short DIY videos, and tell a real story. And that wraps up the revamped, brand new Global News for Entrepreneurs. Thank you for tuning in. Please share, like, comment. If there's something you'd like to see on the show, if you want to be interviewed, please contact me. I will happily and love to have you on the show. And have yourself a wonderful week. And I will see you again next week, Wednesday, pretty much the same time. We had to move the show out a little bit due to double up scheduling, but we'll be back 11.